Today's episode of BSing with Y Eagle Y is powered by W, the clean energy drink brand that's flipping the script on big energy. Started in a small apartment with big dream, W brings you jitter-free, crash-free energy with zero sugar, 0 calories, 0 artificial colors or dyes. Just clean, focused fuel to help you be better every day. With over 15 epic custom-made flavors and thousands of fans backing them, W isn't just another energy drink, it's a movement. Ready to give it a shot? We got you. Check the episode description for an exclusive 10% off discount just for our listeners. Fuel up with W and let's get to BSing. Tonight, BSing with Y Eagle Y is back with another guest who's gone from green to gold. Literally and musically. This week, we welcome none other than retired Lieutenant Colonel Joshua Zeldin, the powerhouse lead singer and guitarist of the band 42. After serving for 20 years in the Army, leading troops and making big moves in the field, Josh traded his uniform for a mic stand and a guitar. From military cadence to rock ballads, his journey is anything but ordinary. And he's bringing the energy and stories to the show. Welcome, Josh.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
What was the moment you knew that punk rock was your sound?
I guess that goes back to probably around 1990, maybe. I started playing in bands and ended up joining a band called Lame. Actually, they were punk rock kids, and we pretty much toured all over the U.S. and I love punk rock. I just love how it's always resonated with me. The lyrics, the music, the beats. So I just love it.
Hell yeah!
Sick.
Hell yeah!
And I told the last episode we had, I introduced the band 42. We even played one of your songs from Spotify, and also told the audience that I had a big spiel. So I just wanted to share with them. Josh here was my commander in Germany. So just so you know.
Wow. We're sorry, Josh.
You had to put up with me.
Yeah, we're
He
so
was
sorry.
awesome. He was awesome. One of my faves.
He saved my butt, I'm gonna tell you that.
Good.
That's for another time though. But no, now the name 42, did the name come from, like a rebellion, randomness, or just something personal?
No, so 42, which I have tattooed right here, basically it comes from a book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And, at one point, the people asked the great computer, what's the answer to the meaning of life? And I'm probably screwing it up here, but the computer says, hey, come back in 1,000,000 years and I'm going to give you guys the answer. So they all come back 1,000,000 years later. There's millions and millions of people there freaking out. And the computer says, okay, I'm going to give you the answer to the meaning of life. And everybody quiets down. They say, and she says, 42. And everybody just gets quiet like, what? And she said, well, that's not the answer you might have wanted, but that's the answer. And so that kind of resonated with me. And when I went to Iraq, the first time we one of my aid stations, we named it 42. And we had 3 different aid stations there, but where I was at, we named it 42. And basically, if you got there, it was the answer to the meaning of life. And so I had a blog downrange while I was there, and I used to sign it 42. And there were a number of things. I ended up, right after that deployment, I joined a band in Belgium when I got stationed out there. Nobody spoke English in the band except for the drummer. my boy Nico. So if he's listening in Belgium, love you, man. But we named our band 4 Hours to Nowhere. Again, had the name, the numbers 4 and 2 in there. It also was a CD title from one of my old bands. And so my brother and I, when we formed this, we had different names, and all of a sudden I just said, you know what? Let's just freaking call it 42. It just seems to fit. It makes sense, and so it has a lot of meaning. Sorry, I kind of rambled on there, but
Oh no, you're good, man.
you know, it really does. So it's very special.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, how did you meet the current band?
Well, the drummer and I have known each other all our lives. That's my big brother. So
Okay, so we got some Pantera Van Halen action.
Oh yeah. I've been a pain in his ass for a long time. Interesting thing about him, you know, he really kind of is the reason I started playing music. You know, because when you're younger, you're I don't know. When we were younger, we fought a lot. You know, we'd just beat the living crap out of each other. Well, he usually beat the living crap out of me, but I try to beat the living crap out of him. He's a lot bigger. But you know, one day I was actually trying out for that band Lame I talked about earlier, and my brother, he kind of came in the room, and I was practicing to a cassette tape, like the songs. I was like singing, and I was like, oh no, I just looked at him. I had this look on my face. I'm like, he's going to totally make fun of me, call me an idiot, you know? And he just looked over and he went, that's pretty cool. And then he walked out of the room, and I was like, holy moly. My brother just said something was cool. So, and that's really kind of where I got my confidence to play music. I mean, my dad was into music. My dad still plays like percussion stuff. And I've been playing instruments for a long time, back to that. So that's how kind of me and my brother kind of formed this, always talked about being in a band together. And then we kind of were looking for bass players when we formed 42, and my brother reached out to Lucas, and Lucas came and jammed with us, and I mean, that was all she wrote. I mean, he's awesome. I mean, when we're all together, it's all three of us. I mean, it doesn't matter if me and my brother are brothers, we're all brothers, and we get along really well. It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Funny how that works, man. And when we're younger, like me and my brother, fight all the time. Now we got each other's back, you know. So
100%. Well, and interesting. My brother, you know, he played drums back in like middle school or whatever. You know how that, you know, in band, but he doesn't play drums. He started playing drums about a little over a year ago, and the man is like, he goes in and plays at lunch. He plays right after work, and he is a beast, and and his hard work is shown. I mean, he is a machine back there. Probably the heaviest hitting drummer you'll see. He breaks everything, but that's all right.
That's fine. We got plenty of sticks in the band.
Yep, heck yeah. We love it.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. It's organically grown, so always like to hear that side of the story.
Well, it's funny too. We did play a show, and the girl, you know, the sound girl was like, "Hey, to my brother, she said, you know, you need to not hit so hard," because when we were doing the sound check, and so my brother was like, "Oh, okay," and I looked at him. I said, "Hell no! You hit the way you hit. This is what we are. This is what we do. You hit as hard as you hit." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." You know, so
yeah, we're here to jam, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah. Be quiet at a concert.
Yes.
So make the boogeyman come behind the curtain.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the audience right now, I figured we'd start with your Spotify. You know, how's about us playing Snoots?
Okay, let's do it.
Let the audience get a little touch of the music. So, I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all let me know if it's a little too loud on y'all's end, but here we go.
If we fell asleep,
Need to kind of turn it up, or are we good?
I think it's good.
I would never tell a lie. It would ruin my alibi. I'm taking this so. I want you. I need you. Don't let me go.
Man, I had a lot of guys at work. I let them listen to this like your singles here, and they were like, "Oh, damn, dude, that's pretty good."
Oh, I like that.
Like a Blink 182 vibe, man.
Yeah.
Different time when we lead a life climb, would we find something more? A random moon in outer space, and I would take it.
It's always weird hearing yourself, you know.
Yeah. Like, who is that guy?
Yeah. Shut him off. I was just kidding.
He missed a note.
Would you hold me in your arms just one last time? Things could never be the same. The memories, they were always fade, but not our love. If we fell asleep in tears, would we still be lying here? Would you go away slow? I would never tell a lie. It would ruin my alibi. I'm taking this slow. I want you. I need you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let me go. I want you. I need you. Don't let me go.
All right.
That's a great record.
Oh, thanks.
Oh yeah, man.
What inspired the lyrics to that?
So-
did you need an alibi at the time?
No. Very good. Maybe. I'm glad you caught that. No, it's the drawing you see there. So I did all the art for those. That's my wife, and that's Audrey, and I call her Snoots. And so,
Okay.
and you know, kids growing up all called her Snoots. So you know,
Wow.
yeah. So she's just, yeah, I love her.
Hey,
Yeah, I was
keeping
going
it
to
in the
ask about
family.
that. I was going to ask about the album art.
Yeah. Hey, so, and well, and we have our new album coming out actually. So, and
Yeah.
actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to give a plug for that, and to our record label, River Monster Records.
Yeah, man.
And you get anybody should go check them out. It's a great punk rock label. It's run by Larry, and he's been amazing to us, and we appreciate him. But the album's called Beeblebrox, and actually that is another kind of thank you to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So the name is Beeblebrox. It's a 6-song EP. And it will be out June 13th, again on River Monster Records. So, thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
Hey, shout
Just,
out to Larry for catching on to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate it.
And just a shout out to the audience now. Josh has, he's done it again. I'm going to let you know later in this podcast, he's given me two tracks to play for this new album. Now, like I tried to hold off until I, got to the
listened to 'em
podcast.
without me?
I already listened to them. I was like, I couldn't help myself. I was like, I got to listen to it. And
Appreciate it.
so if y'all hang with us, now you're gonna hear 2 of the tracks from his new album. Also, he is ready to, shred the acoustic, the guitar.
Oh, yeah, we got it. There it is.
Y'all hang out and listen to us, man. But how do you keep the punk ethos alive in the increasingly commercialized music today?
And that's a great question because, punk rock, I think with people, I mean, depending on who it is, everybody criticizes everybody. I'm sure, the younger me would look at me right now and go, "Oh, you're a sellout," or "You're full of crap." But I just think it's just something I feel I've always been a part of, the scene I grew up in, and I think I've maintained the way I've conducted myself and acted. I mean, yeah, of course I grew up, I got a little more mature, but the same goofy me as the same goofy person that I was when I commanded the unit you were in Germany. I don't think my attitude's changed at all. That's something I've always wanted to keep. I look at people first, always, and my friends and family friends, but I think, I don't know, just being a good human being and just doing what you want to do, I don't know. I mean, you ask another punk rocker, they'll tell you I'm completely wrong, and I might, but it's just doing your thing.
Everybody has their own opinion, huh?
But we are a punk rock band, and I believe that's my background. It's the only kind of way I know, and so I love it.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, the first time I ever met Josh in Germany, I volunteered to help out with some decon equipment. And he comes in, he needed a mask because he's new to the unit. And so, like, he walks in, he's like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" It's like, "You get in trouble or something, or you just volunteer?" I was like, "Nah, I volunteered, help out, when I can." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, cool, man." Stuff like that. And I did not know this guy was about to be our commander. No, but
like, yeah, I got you, man. Like, actually, I'm your boss. But all right.
Now, going green to gold, man, it's a whole different respect, I think, in the military. People see that you were part of the enlisted side, and then you go from green to gold, man. That's like, you were the person that, to me, was the modeled officer. So, not to get all mushy or anything, but hey, look, this guy was the shit, dude. So,
word.
I think some of my soldiers called me the anti-officer sometimes because.
Oh, okay. Now it makes more sense.
Yeah. I mean, I came from the combat arms world, and I don't know. Again, it was just it was that same attitude I had. It was only 4 years prior to getting green to gold. I didn't think I'd get green to gold, and then I did, and that's because of my commander, Captain Essery. He always took care of the troops, and I said, "You know what?" And I still talk to him, and I said, "I'm gonna do the same thing he did and do it better," So, and I think I tried to do right by every soldier. I know I made mistakes. I grew too, but I did the best I could.
For sure. I think we've all made mistakes.
Of course.
And you learn
We're
from
not
them
going to
too.
talk about that.
Yeah. I made none.
I have never done such a thing, Robert.
Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you, the perfect instance where he saved our butt, I watched a soldier take that certain, certain correction.
Be careful.
And
there.
this dude he went your steps. He became a officer. He went green to gold, and I've watched this dude. He's about to retire, He's up there in Kentucky right now, and you know him, but I'm not going to say his name. I'll tell you after the show. I don't want to say it all over on the podcast, you know.
Yeah.
But,
that's awesome.
You know, this dude has followed in your footsteps after that day
man.
that you saved us. So it's been awesome, dude. And I watched this dude grow. You know, he was younger than us, and he grew, and now this dude has a family. He's done something
so
with his
awesome.
life, and it's amazing, dude.
That's really awesome. You know, there's still people I keep in touch with. You know, some people hit me up from my time I was a platoon leader all the way through, you know, to when I retired. Even, you know, I was on, what's that called? Terminal leave. I pretty much worked through terminal leave because, I mean, I loved my crew. But, yeah, I stay in touch with people, and it's always nice getting a message from somebody, especially when I heard from you, I was like, oh, this is awesome, you know, and I don't know, it's just awesome. We're all connected.
It's surprising, you know, you don't realize how many people follow, you know, as you're growing in the, you know, I don't know, in life, you know what I'm saying? So many people watch you, you know, and they respect you for sure. I know that. It's been amazing to watch from where we started to where you're at now.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, same with you, man. Look at you. You know?
I'm just a small time podcaster, man, and I'm just,
you
know, I enjoy it, and you know, I enjoy talking to people.
It's
awesome.
Know?
So
well, I think you do a great job, man, and you're hosting me now, so you know, I think that's awesome.
It's a small world. Everything got to come back full circle.
Exactly. It's killer, man.
Yep. And I love the music, man. So I definitely will share whatever I can, do my part. You know what I'm saying?
And same. And that's what's beautiful about entertainment, regardless whether you're in music or TV or podcasting, or, you know, it's about raising up the community. You know, that entertainment community. If more people kind of did that, I think things would be in a better position, because we're all trying to entertain people, you know.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, taking care of one another, man.
It's what we should be doing, man.
So, going back to the music.
Yeah.
What makes the perfect punk crowd?
Oh. Perfect punk crowd. So you know what? I don't know. So that's a good question. I don't necessarily. So we are a punk rock band, but I don't really care if we're playing in front of a punk rock crowd or I'd play in front of a polka crowd if you put me there. If we can entertain them, let's do it. You know what I mean? I think it's more so the perfect crowd would be a room full of people, whether it's a 50-person room or a 500-person room, packed up against the stage and everybody just going. I mean, you know, singing, moving along, and just having a good time. I mean, and I think you could get that with anything. You know, actually, speaking of, I went to go see Marilyn Manson, which I'm not a fan of Marilyn Manson, but I went to see him like a few weeks ago. My wife always wanted to go. And when she was in Belgium, her mom wouldn't let her go because she said she would get like satanically like ritualed, you know. So she couldn't go, but I promised her if we ever could see him somewhere, and we did. So he had tickets, and we went. And not my cup of tea, but like, man, I left there. I was like, dang. I mean, he put on a heck of a show, man, and that whole place was freaking rocking. There was 2,000 people in there, and it was just jam-packed, and everybody was just feeling it, man. I was like, man, he really puts on a show. So I appreciated that for what it was, you know, and actually found myself listening to his stuff the last few days. So, you know, and going, okay, maybe it wasn't so bad. So, you know.
Yeah. And don't he have a son as well that's playing too?
Who, Marilyn Manson? I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I'd have to. My wife probably knows everything about him. Heck, she probably has him on speed dial or something.
Hello, Mr. Manson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think it
I'm
was.
here for the cult.
Well, she said, I guess the wife of Marilyn Manson was here at the show, but at the beginning, Audrey and some girl were talking, and she's like, "Oh, she's married." Or he's married, and she's like, "Oh man," like she was bummed out. Like I'm like, "Whoa, what are you leave on the tour bus with him?"
She was ready like Freddy.
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
We all got that one,
Oh yeah,
one.
that was hers. I mean, hey, if Marilyn would have come out there, I mean, I gotta,
Oh, that's hilarious. Hey man, a good show could change anybody's mind though.
Oh yeah, I mean, entertainment's, and that's the thing, instead of bashing something, you got to appreciate everybody's up. I mean, shoot, just the fact that we're getting up on stage, you guys are putting yourself out here on the podcast. I mean, that's in my opinion, a win. I mean, just to actually take that bit of courage to step out and because I don't know. I mean, people aren't comfortable getting out there. Or some people are, I guess. I don't know. But just to break out there and talk to people. Shoot, we're all in different locations right now. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, look how far we've came. Compared to 20 years ago, 25 years ago, if you didn't have a flyer in the town that I live in, I would have never heard about it. You know?
Yep, you only got the news or whatever it was shuffled by those sources, and this is awesome, man. I mean, we're able to reach out, and this is just incredible. By the way, is that really brick behind you? Oh no, or is that,
No. No, see,
I like it though. I was saying I like it.
It's the only thing hard as his head.
Yeah. Look, I wish, and maybe one day I'll work up to where my studio does look like this. But
yeah, that's pretty. I was like, dang, man.
This is an actual green screen.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can tell that. I don't know.
No,
you never know.
No.
Awesome.
See, right now I'm currently working and moving into a bigger studio right now. And it's getting painted. The flooring's being done right now. So I'm slowly moving into, some stuff. So for right now, this is, my current location. And I mean, it's not bad. It's a smaller
the back
area.
cave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But my other place, I'm going to set it up to where I can actually have a guest come over. And say if somebody's in town or, they can come in and we can actually do a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So
when we come on tour, we can stop by and see you.
Heck yeah, man. Dude, I tell you what, I got a 32-foot camper that, sleeps 10 people. And it's fairly new. So, if we ever need to do something, or we can even set you up in a hotel, dude. Either way.
We'll be if we make it out that way. If we're lucky enough to tour out that way, we're definitely coming to see you.
Oh yeah, we'll have to get together for sure, man.
That would be awesome.
That would be super awesome.
Oh, Reggie's been out here before. From the guy from Colorado. This guy used to live out this way, and he knows I live in the sticks, man. You can do whatever you want. Fish, shoot.
Used to get lost trying to get out there.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to worry about neighbors.
I definitely want to go shooting. I'm in the Carolinas now. I haven't gotten to do any shooting. I have all my weapons, but we got to do some shooting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What part of the Carolinas are y'all in?
Wilmington is where we're based out of. Yep. So
awesome. I lived in South Carolina for a while. Used to go back and forth for work.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What part?
Outside of Columbia.
Oh okay. Yes, I think Columbia is like 3 hours from here, maybe at the most.
Yeah, not that far.
It's not bad, not at all. No. Actually, our record label's outside of there, in the Columbia area, I believe.
Oh, sick.
Yep.
Okay.
Look at it. Here we go.
The sticks is an understatement. Hell yeah, you're right. You're right, Mike. It's It may be a stick out there.
Yeah, there's thousands of sticks over here. So,
a stick.
by the way, man, Josh.
Yeah.
So the guy Kaju, you see on the right here.
Where?
So that right, these are prior. These are veterans, man. So
yeah.
so Mike is a veteran. Kaju is a veteran. He was
Nice.
actually he was attached to a Ranger unit. So
Interesting. So quick, I just figured out the chat piece. I'm just now seeing it. Sorry. I was like, what are you talking about? Awesome.
Oh, Yeagley done fell and hit his head somewhere.
Because I saw the chats popping up, and I'm like, where the hell are they going? But that's awesome. Well, thanks to all the vets listening in. We're all connected, so love it. Thanks for what you guys do. And
yeah, man.
So have you taken the 42 tour throughout the South or up and down the coast?
we've just all we've done is gone out of town once. Now we'll do some. We went to Florida to play a big show. My best friend committed suicide last year about this time, and so we went down to do a show. Well, he passed away, and then my guitarist from that band, Lame, I talked about, he had passed away as well. So we tried to do a show for both of them last month, and it was amazing. It was there's clips from it on our stuff, but it was freaking awesome. It was packed. There was probably 300 people there, and it was awesome.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, there's a clip on our stuff where you have the whole crowd singing along at one point. It was just wicked. Yeah,
Sorry for your loss.
Cool. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, that was my best friend, Zach. I've been best friends with him since I was little. So, but
oh wow,
but that message, I've actually, I've kind of taken the two, like the message of, the 22 a day, and then, within the own scene of music, and kind of combine them in our own little thing, because, I mean, you hear about that stuff, and, stuff has happened throughout, I've known a lot of people that have done stuff, but I don't know. I think it kind of hit hard and it hit home on this one, So, and I think the message getting out there, I try to bring it up we have a song that is about my friend Zach, who it's a song I wrote with him, and so we try to combine the two, about just getting that message out there. Like, there's always somebody to talk to,
Oh, that's good, man.
That's
Yeah.
I ride with a MC group, and actually the Kaiju guy that's in the comments there, Rangers lead the way. You see,
I saw that.
He's actually the founder of the motorcycle club that we ride with, and that's what the club. That's what the club's about. Is suicide awareness. Caring for our veterans, our soldiers, preventing that. Soldier from taking his own life. We're out there to meet them, to help them, to do what we can to prevent such a thing. So that's Kindred Vets. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll spread the Kindred Vets word too. So I mean, I just think it's so important, because even with my friend, I talked to him I think 4 or 5 days before it happened, and you just don't think those things are going to happen, you
never do.
People get to dark places, and and that goes back to the old saying, like, We did a ride today in Baton Rouge. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. That's really awesome. Like, really awesome. Yeah. I just don't know what takes somebody to that dark of a place, you know, because, you know, we've all been down and depressed, but I think something clicks on or off at that point, you know. So I hope anybody that is listening or, you know, that you talk to somebody.
Yeah, man, reach out to one of us. You know,
Yeah.
you know, send us your contact information. If you're on the other end watching this, man, you know, hit me up in the comments, and you know, we'll get together. You know, there's always someone that, you know, can, you know, talk to you about, you know, that's had your experience or similar experience. You know, each of us is different, so yeah, don't be afraid to reach out to us, man. We're a veteran-run podcast. We're a bunch of veterans, you know, so yeah, reach out to us. So yeah, man, it's I really do enjoy your music, Josh, and I'm sorry about your loss.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
No,
'cause
yep.
But it's, I mean, it had to feel amazing to get in front of a big crowd and play the song and have everybody singing along.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
awesome, man. Yeah, it was incredible, and you know, and you know, it stinks he's gone, but it's like now you just celebrate life and you got to move forward, man. You know, that's just what it is.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
Tell you what, man, you know, kind of bring something to the audience. Would you like to, you know, rip that guitar?
Yeah, actually, and you know what? I didn't even think about playing this one tonight, but the song that we played, it's about, it's the song that me and my buddy Zach wrote, and it's the last song on our EP, and there's a hidden track at the end of it too, which is kind of cool.
Awesome.
He actually sings on it. So,
What?
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
So, and we actually did that live in that show in Florida, and people got to watch it on video, so it was really cool. What's that?
After the show, man, I'm gonna get up with you so I can get some of them albums from you. I'll buy.
Oh, definitely,
So-
definitely. I got you. Hold on, my little guitar strap here is hanging over. Well, it's so long. You reach the bitter end, and it's so wrong. No one saw this happening, but it's over. Let go, my good friend, and just follow. Light you see breaking in, and now you're always on our minds. Memories keep us close to our good times, and now you're always in our hearts. Now you know the things we don't. That's it. There you go. That's the short version.
Okay, fair
Right,
enough.
man. So
I know. Did you guys do a lot of music together, or?
Me and Zach, yeah, we actually played in a pretty big local band in the Tampa Bay area before the Army, and then when I went green to gold when I was in, we played on like Warped Tour and all kinds of other just great shows that we got the opportunity to do.
Okay.
And we actually wrote that song about somebody who was in an accident while we were in the studio one night. And interestingly enough, me and my brother redid that before we got Lucas, and I sent it to Zach, and he was like, "Oh man, that's killer! You did it." So it's kind of cool to have just to be able to do that song, and we make sure we kind of play it every show. So our
That's
boys
awesome,
with
dude.
us. Yep.
Hell yeah, that's awesome,
So-
man.
Yeah, it represents all of our friends that are gone, and my cousin Jeremy, who, was gone. There's 4 people that it's specific to, but me and Zach actually wrote it. So, and then I have our old drummer Mike Sapola and Elliot Meyer, our old guitar player, who were part of that band, and we were in the studio when it happened. So, yeah. So yeah.
That's great. That's awesome that y'all have that you can share and be authentic with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. It's
Sorry, I couldn't really hear too well through my headphones, so hope I didn't sound like a fool.
Oh,
there,
dude,
y'all.
no, it sounded great, dude.
No, it came through clean.
Sorry about that.
I'm kind of multitasking, so like
Same here.
listening to typing.
We're all just like
so
Dr.
yeah.
Octopus.
No, dude. That's why whenever Lucas told me that you had a new album out, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Actually, well, can I leave the screen for a second? Because I just got them in the mail. I'm gonna go get it real quick, and I'll show you. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Oh, sick! Physical copies.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We love physical copies over here. If you have a physical copy you want us to hear, send it in. Or send it to Robert.
Yep.
I don't need no extra mail. They after me. They are after me.
Nah. Just get with me in the comments, man. Y'all can drop me y'all's email, and we can listen to the stuff and set y'all up on a podcast. For any of those listening to want to jump on here.
Hey, all right. So these just came in the mail today.
Oh, the reveal.
Oh yeah. Hell
There
yeah.
it is. You all are the first to see it, and
that's clean.
It's kind of a cool disc. I'm just going to open it. We're going to do it together here. Again, big shout out to Larry from River Monster, and a big shout out to my brother Andrew. He might be listening. They're on the lake, so that's why he's not here. He went with his family. And so big shout out to Shane, his family, Andrew, everybody. But there's the disc.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
So you guys are actually seeing it before the rest of the band's actually seeing it.
So don't tell them.
I feel special now.
Yeah, they actually haven't seen them. So
wow.
Yeah, they just got here today. So
that's
awesome,
fucking
dude.
awesome, man.
you can order them off of River Monster Records, or you can get them from us at shows. But you'll be able to stream on June 13th. So Bibelbrox.
Heck yeah. I like to have me a hard copy though. And then
you're gonna have one.
I like to have me a hard copy usually, and then like I buy them on Spotify, or I get them on Spotify or whatnot. So like I always like to have me a copy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's rare to have a CD player these days, I do still have
true.
one.
Same. It was I think it is, but it's coming. I think it's kind of come like you said earlier, Reggie, about things coming full circle. CDs coming back. I've always listened to records, but I think records are back again. So
yeah, I've noticed a lot more.
I keep them around to sample from or whatever, but I do like to buy collector's edition of stuff that I really like to listen to. So
yes.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
And everybody in the audience should do the same.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Look them
Buy
up.
Support local
media.
bands.
That's right. Buy
Go
media.
to River Monster Records. Go and buy our stuff, or buy some of the band stuff. Heck.
Yes, you'll be supporting a veteran, man. You'll be supporting another veteran. So retired Lieutenant Colonel right here we're talking to. He went from green to gold. So he's not like pure officer.
No. Yeah.
For the enlisted listening.
and my wife stayed enlisted her whole time, and she did about I think 8 years. So she got to
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
You're awesome.
Dude, I just do it every day and I strive to do something better each time. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
even if it's one thing, I just try to work on it and do better. So that's what I strive to do anyway. Reggie keeps me in line.
A little bit. We take a few missteps.
So what's something you've learned, from punk that changed your life outside of music?
Wait, what's one thing I learned that?
From punk, like the music, like punk rock music. What's one thing that you've learned that has changed your life outside of the music? Like, is there anything that you've taken from creating your music and was like, I could use this in real life kind of thing?
I think with a lot of stuff, I think the way, actually, it's a great question. I think the way even going into the Army, and how I had groups or, we had platoons or squads or whatever it was, companies, it was all based off of that belief system of a band being, whether it be 3 people or 4 people or 5 people.
Did we lose him? Did we lose some?
What's that?
You froze for a second.
Oh, I did? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we got you back.
Yeah, I think it's just like from being in a band and having that constant energy and that creative flow. I think that went with me everywhere I go. I don't think I operate any differently outside of playing in bands. Yeah. I think that's, if that's what you mean. Sorry.
No, man. Well, however you explain it, some of the questions that I come up with, it's a little generic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Reggie is more of the ear for, like, he is the beats creator, so he's the guy that I usually go to when it comes to, like, something. If we got to get in deep to some music, like this is the man that I go to right here. He's been with me since we've been in high school. So
oh my gosh. That's
so
so cool to see. That's awesome. Well, and I'm sure you guys have carried some of those things into what you do on a normal basis, and it's kind of the same. I think when you're just, I don't know, kind of see things a little different. Actually, what's funny is I don't like going to concerts as much as I used to, because it kind of bums me out, because I like to be up there. So I'm like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think it's all about the experience that you carry along into whatever you're doing, and that helps shape a lot of music, helps people build a lot of different aspects of their music. So it's always interesting to hear people's stories about where they came from and how it built up to where they're at today.
Yeah, my parents both. They we grew up listening to music, from every background. I started, with, Beatles, and, my mom was into Broadway, and my dad was into rock and roll. And so there was always a little bit of something with everything. I played saxophone, you name it, when I was younger, bagpipes at one point, guitar, so
bagpipes.
Well, because my school, where we grew up in a town called Dunedin, it's like a Scottish town, so you kind of. But I was a terrible student in band, and I think I got kicked out of band because I the little chocolates you have to sell.
Yeah.
I ate all of them and hid it in my closet, and I think my parents got a call like, "Hey, he didn't turn in any money or chocolate." So.
What's crazy? What's crazy though is that as a child growing up, like, some of the little badasses have became some of the greatest soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, some of the kids that have grown up little badasses have just for us example.
Yeah, well, Yeah, if we had my parents on here, nobody would have expected me to go in the Army, my friend, especially and then go green to gold. I think all my friends had it pegged I'd be in the Army like less than 6 months.
Oh,
When I
damn.
left. They were like, dude, you're not going to make it. I literally was in a punk band. I mean, I think I played before I went in 98, I had a show. We were playing with Bigwig and this band Gob, and I think they actually stayed at my house. And that was 2 days before I went in. And I was like, what am I doing, man? You know, and well, you know, I mean, but I loved it. I wouldn't trade a second of it. I love the Army. You know, I think one of my lieutenants, actually, one of my XOs, when I was I think I was a PFC, I was playing in a punk band while I was in the Army with now he just retired as Sergeant Major Wise, and then Phil, my roommate, but we all played in a band, and you know, my XO said, you know, one of the most punk rock things you did was join the Army. He said, you went against, you actually joined the establishment. You know, the punk rock thing back then was like, oh, forget this, forget the government. But I don't know. I love the Army. I wouldn't trade a second of it. And you know, we've all had some poopy days in the in the Army, but I wouldn't trade a minute of it. The people I've met, the things I've seen, the things I've done. Yeah. I mean, I love the Army. I love this country. You know.
That's awesome. And it's great that you have now this path of experience that you can always pull from.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and kind of like on both sides of the fence, you know.
Yeah.
Which I do like.
You know, another thing though is that being that you are continuing in the music industry, all the people that you've met in the military are still, you know, they're spread out. So
all over, yeah.
The awesome thing is, like, I'm here in Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? You're North Carolina. You probably have friends in Hawaii, you know, everywhere, man. So your music gets out and it spreads just from the friends that you've had, you know, throughout the military. So
that's pretty cool.
That, if you think about it, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you'll be out there everywhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You'll have like a little head start.
Yeah, well, and I don't know. I think there's, you know, having that crew behind you, it's nothing better. You know what I mean? I mean, just, I don't know. There's even a couple of people who I've worked with that were military. It's always nice to run into somebody that is prior. You always have a connection. You always have a conversation. You know, and you're there for each other. I don't care what branch you were in or. So it's kind of cool being on that side of it, you know. But I do miss it.
Most definitely.
That's awesome.
So, at this point, I'd like to play another one of your songs off of Spotify. You know, every so often throughout the podcast, I like to be able to make sure we touch on all your music. You know, I like to spread it out. So. I'm going to let you choose this time between Leagues Below or Atlantic.
So we'll go with Atlantic, and I'll tell you, these two songs are connected. This is kind of the first time I'd written a kind of a storytelling song, and I'll just preface it with, it's about a ship that goes down in the Atlantic. I mean, you know, or any body of water, but it's, you know, about this brave captain who's like, you know, hits a storm and he's going to take it head on. And I'm a huge scuba diver. I'm a big fan of scuba diving. So like I kind of had that in my head when I wrote this, and my brother helped me kind of put together it was actually two songs. And my brother's like, why don't you piece this one with this one? And I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. And but he ended up knowing what he was talking about, and it's like one of all of our favorite songs. Well, I mean, the Titanic's KJ, I just asked that. You know, that thought was in there too. You know, I think that sub had just gone down, and like I don't know. I just had all these crazy thoughts of like, just this old time ship going down, or and that's well, here it is, the Atlantic.
All right. I forgot about that damn sub going down.
Yeah.
Here it is, Atlantic.
Let's do it.
Captain's blowing his whiskey. Eyes as black as he sees it coming. The waves are crashing through the hull. The water slowly fills my lungs.
Oh, that was a great change up.
Oh, thanks. You thank my brother. So the interesting thing about this, though, this was just me and my brother recording.
Okay.
This is before Lucas.
And he is playing the shit out of those drums.
Yeah.
And the guy who recorded us actually played bass for us, and then we got Lucas, and it's almost a totally different song with Lucas now.
Okay.
He's amazing.
And by the way, guys, Lucas, I talked to him. He said he is sorry that he missed out on the podcast, but he had another show tonight, so
He's crushing it
Shout
tonight.
out.
I'm sure he is. Oh, yeah. Love Lucas. Awesome. Actually, that part right there, me and Lucas, we always just, it's awesome. I love it, man.
Man, it's such a great change of direction
Yeah.
that you don't expect when you start the record.
Nope.
And that main riff is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and Lucas, I'll tell you, I mean, the song's the same with Lucas, but his bass lines are so much more dynamic and bring so much more to the song now. So we are going to re-record all three of those eventually. And, oh yeah, I mean, I just get all excited just thinking about it because his bass lines are unreal. So
Everybody forgets the bass until you notice. So you
He's
don't
awesome.
have a good one. When you don't have a good bassist, then you remember the bass.
Or you don't have any bass.
Yeah. You're
so
like, fuck, who's gonna play the bass?
yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, guys, for those of you that are just tuning in, so just want to remind you, keep hanging out with us. Josh has given me the pleasure of being able to play 2 tracks from their new album, and that's going to be later in the podcast, but that is the album right there.
Beagle Rocks.
Yep. Y'all go ahead and go to rivermonsterrecords.com. You can pick you up one of these, and you'll be supporting a veteran.
Well, and it comes out on the 13th. I think you could probably pre-order it now. It's $5, so it's not even that much. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
Where did the name Beeblebox come from?
So Beeblebrox, so the same thing where the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Zaphod Beeblebrox is the interplanetary galactic president or whatever he is. And so it was kind of just paying homage to the 42 and that, but the bee itself, I drew the bee, and I was like, ooh, a bee, and I was like, oh, Beeblebrox. So we just called it, you know. So it was just tying in the whole 42. So a lot of our stuff will be, if you go to like a lot of our social media and a lot of our stuff, if we do everything, it's generally going to be in black and white, and just, I don't know. I just really like that kind of, that just simplicity and yeah, and kind of tying into the Hitchhiker's Guide. So
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm weird. My band just goes along with me. They're like, yeah, whatever, Josh.
Whatever, dude. Just keep singing your heart out.
Yeah, just keep writing.
The bee looked pretty good, though. Is there going to be any merch?
Oh yeah, so we actually have, so we have our merch that we have now. So we have stickers, shirts, and then there will be a shirt coming out on River Monster Records with Beeblebrox on it, their little bee, and it'll be specific to the EP, and you'll only be able to get that specific one on River Monster Records. And then we are pressing a new shirt that will be out on the 14th of June, because we play the night after the stuff comes out. We play a show here at in Wilmington to release the EP at Reggie's with 2 other bands that are local here, Crocodile and the Punk Angels. So that should be a lot of fun.
Okay, so like a release party, that'll be awesome.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. So if you're in the Wilmington area on the 14th, come check it out. It's gonna be a great show, and information's already on our page.
Okay.
Sorry,
Wish I
I'm
had
like
a lot
plugging
of
us.
Wish I had a lot of vacation time, because I'd sure the heck go.
Well, you know you got a place to stay, both you guys, anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was looking at the River Monster website, and there are quite a few bands on there.
Yeah, that's what I was just pulling up.
Well, and can I tell you guys a little something about Larry, man? The guy who owns River Monster is just awesome. He supports bands, just plain and simple.
Okay.
If there's somebody out there that's going to support somebody trying to do something with their music, it's this guy, and he's awesome. And if he doesn't know the answer, he'll get it to you. He's helped us out tremendously, and we just appreciate him, and I'll do anything for him, because he's helping bands from all over the world out, and it's same thing we've been talking about, that community just bringing people up.
Watch
That's
out,
awesome.
Josh. Kindred Vets road trip.
Oh snap! Hey, we'll come out and play. We'll come out and play one of your all's gatherings, man. That would be awesome.
Oh, dude. You heard
Killer.
that?
Let's set up a huge barbecue, man. Kindred Vets, first annual. I don't know, whatever. Let's do it.
Dude, I think we could do that and get you another show the next day to make you some extra cash.
Word
Because
down.
I know a place that my brother he's got the hookup most of the time, but he lets me know some things that I miss, and we actually know some people that own a bar
Nice.
locally, so they have bands that come and play, so we could always get up with them, and you could play there, make you some cash, and then get together with the Kindred Vets, man, and play for veterans.
That would be awesome. And we aren't even worried about the cash, man. Just you get us a place to play, we'll be there.
Well, just to help you travel, man, and travel
Yeah.
expenses, stuff like that, man. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely have to
Eat some of that good Louisiana food.
Oh, dude.
We could definitely cook for you.
Oh,
That
yes.
would be awesome. Well, we'll be there. You let us know. We'll give you our word. We'll be there.
Heck yeah, man.
For bets, I'll do anything. So,
dude, it's I don't know, man. Watching everything grow. I hate to say it, use the word grow up,
Yeah.
kind of thing, but watching everything grow from like, seeing day one to now, it's just amazing, of watching the growth, the growth of your band, and I ever since I've known you in the military, your love for music, like that dude, the talent show was amazing. Okay, look, that's the thing that pops in my head. It pops in my head because I'm like, man, this dude plays like Blink 182. Man, look at this shit. This is the commander.
You're all panicking and shit.
Oh, dude,
damn, he's
awesome.
gonna wake us up 4 a.m. with the guitar. What's he doing in there?
You never know. You never know.
No. So, what's one song that came out of pure instinct, no planning, just say raw emotion? Like what popped in your head, and you just went with it?
So, most recently, we wrote a song called "Stick It," and actually, it was Lucas's idea, and he just had this bass line. He's like, "Play along to this," and then I just played something, and then Andrew played something, and then we're like, "Holy crap, we just wrote a song!" And then we didn't come back to it, and then the next week we played it again, and we're like, "Man, that song's awesome!" And now it's just kind of become one of our yes, we will work for food. Yes, most certainly. And it's awesome. And of course, we wrote it once we were already in the studio, and we're like, damn, we wish we could have recorded that one. And then Snoots, actually, before Lucas, when I wrote Snoots, I was sitting in our warehouse, our studio thing that we practice in, and my brother was kind of messing with his cymbal or whatever, or his drum, or his snare hat actually, and I started just playing this thing, and he's like, "What the heck's that?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Keep playing it," and so we, and that became that. So, yeah. But "Stick It," I think, is my favorite that we just kind of just out of nowhere just came up with, and I'm really happy Lucas came up with it, because it was kind of like, he was still new to the band, and it was like, it's always hard to be the new guy and kind of throw stuff out there, and
Right.
I love that song. I love playing it with him. I love singing it with him, and it's just awesome. And the way Andrew plays the drums is just perfect for it. So that would be it.
That's a great way to show and prove. Like, hey guys, check this out. Like,
Yep.
actually a good song.
Well, and the name I actually hated because we had just come up with it on the spot. I think Andrew and Lucas looked at this stupid thing. Andrew has this towel. It says "Stick It" on it, and I'm like, really? That's what we're naming it? And then it just kind of caught on, and I kind of got overruled, and it just stayed as "Stick It." So,
That's funny.
but I love it.
It's so
So
random
awesome.
that it just worked out like that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. And hopefully we'll be recording it soon. So
Hell yeah.
hopefully you'll hear it in Louisiana.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, I'm stoked.
Yeah, me too. And sorry, I have a pizza. I told you guys about it earlier. This pizza stain is driving me absolutely nuts. So if y'all can see it, I love food. I love pizza.
I can't see it.
I can. I'm sure my wife's gonna be like, "Really? You went on there with a piece of pizza on there?" I'm like, "Yeah, punk rock."
You know what? They caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what time it was.
I didn't know what time it was.
I had to have pizza.
He's everywhere.
Behind the
Pepperoni.
scenes, he'd be
Yeah.
leaning over out of the camera shot.
the crazy thing is I ate pizza like an hour and a half before the thing. So I'm like, really? Oh, come on.
So, is there music that y'all have created that that hasn't made it to the like y'all got it recorded and it's just on your hard drive, but you don't want to put it out because you think it's not good enough? Is there music that you have?
Well, so it's kind of a weird, like, it's going to be a weird answer, I guess, or not a weird answer, but yes and no. So we have a ton of songs that we've written, that we've recorded in our warehouse that we're like, oh, let's start that. We probably have like 10, 15 ideas that we recorded that we're like, oh, that's awesome, and then we haven't come back to them. There's probably 2 or 3 full songs that are done that we don't really play. We kind of keep coming back to. One specifically is called Tumbleweed. It's really awesome, like kind of touches on like old surf, kind of 50s surf beat type stuff. But we just kind of haven't locked it in, and yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, somebody say there's some real fat boy shit?
Hold on, I gotta catch up on it.
Sorry, it just caught my eye. I have ADHD, so I'm like, you know, I go all over the place like a squirrel, you know.
But is that your guys' regular process? Like you bang out ideas in your practice space and then come back to it?
So I write most of the songs in general, and then and then I'll bring them to Lucas and Andrew, and then we'll kind of play through it and we'll try to get the skeleton of the song down first, and then kind of come back to it. And you know, we've been really busy the last like month or two, so there are like 2 or 3 songs we really wanted to keep coming back to, but we had shows to get ready for that were kind of key shows and important. So I think we're off until the 14th of June. So I think pretty much we're going to spend that getting ready for the 14th show, but then kind of nailing out 2 or 3 of these songs that we have that are kind of sitting on the back burner.
Okay.
Play about 12 songs now, so you know, we do one cover song, but it's by the Misfits, so and that's a real fun one we like doing, but we don't really do covers, period. But you know, that one we just, you know, I love the Misfits, one of my favorite bands.
Awesome. And you mentioned you guys had like a warehouse rehearsal space.
Yeah, yep. We right in Wilmington, a bunch of bands rehearse there. Any kind of music you can think of, from rap to metal to country to blues, punk rock, hardcore. They're all in that warehouse. You know, there's different. Everybody has different rooms, and we have our own little 42 room, and it's like our little home away from home, and it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Got a little fridge in there and just hang out and do our thing. I'll send you guys a picture of the room. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have a spot to get away and go play.
Well, and that's where our logo actually came from, because so the logo that we have, that 42, where it kind of looks like duct tape, that's actually, one day I got bored. I was waiting for my brother to get to practice and waiting for Lucas to get to practice, and I took duct tape and put 42 on the wall. And I was like, whoa, that looks kind of cool. And I took a picture, and then I kind of messed with the filter, and I was like, that's awesome. That's our logo. And so that sits in our warehouse. So, yeah, I'll send you guys a picture of it. It's kind of neat. You can see it on our site too, but
that's sick.
Yeah. It's a cool little place. We shut the lights off when we play, and just kind of get at it.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, gotta have somewhere to build at, somewhere to work at.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Call it the office before the studio.
And it really it is too. I mean, and Lucas, you know, to talk about, Lucas brings a lot to our band. So Lucas is actually a guitar player, and he's 10 times better than I am, probably 100 times better. And but he is an amazing bass player, and so having that kind of knowledge to kind of say, hey, because I'll ask him, and he's helped me with setting up my amps a lot better than I'd had in the past. And just playing with both Andrew and Lucas, I've become a better musician overall. So just from playing with them. And yeah, I mean, shoot, me and Lucas were on the phone with each other for like an hour and a half today, just going over videos, because we've done a bunch of ads for Beeblebrox, and so, which you'll see coming out soon. But so yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm just kind of going off random here about my band.
Oh no, you good, dude.
That's
roll
that's
with
awesome.
Roll with it.
That was my questions usually follow along that line about the songwriting and the production process. So I was gonna ask most of that anyway.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Michael Daniel, who did our recording and produced us, because I think we were his first punk band. He usually does like, I think he had been doing like Christian rock and stuff, like, or Christian music, and then country. Wow. And so when we came in to record those 3 songs that you saw on Spotify, we were impressed, because he was like, hey, I did some background on a bunch of punk rock bands, and he had like Black Flag and No Effects and Bad Religion and all these punk bands. I was like, man, that's awesome. He took the time to kind of look at that side of it, and we really love recording with him, because he kind of helped shape some of the songs to where, maybe they were a little choppy, and he actually said, hey, why don't you try looking at this? So he's actually helped even produce to a certain extent, so we really appreciate him. And his studio is Audio Scribe Studios in Whiteville in North Carolina, and great guy, great studio.
That's awesome. That whoever's recording, always pay attention to what the band is actually trying to do. You might be able to work something out.
Yeah, man. Corrective criticism is always like welcome for me. Somebody might see something that I don't notice, so I love it to be able to correct it. So you just got to watch out for the trolls, man.
Yeah, they're there. We've had a couple, and
fuck trolls.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, whatever, dude. Again, it comes back to what we talked about at the beginning. It's like, having the courage to put yourself out there. Fuck the trolls, you know what I mean? So,
yep.
It comes with it. I don't need them to tell me I'm ugly. I knew it before I got here.
Somebody asked, they said, where can we hear Stick It? The only place you can hear Stick It right now is on our Instagram or Facebook page. We actually have a live version of us doing it, and I think there's a couple shorts of us doing it on YouTube, I think. So that's about the closest you'll get to hear Stick It. But yeah, it's on there.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Let's see. So, what about playing the 3rd song on Spotify?
Let's do it. So, Leagues Below. That is the sequel to Atlantic. So this is at the point where the people have now, you think about like the Ghosts and Davy Jones' Locker and all that stuff, and getting brought down by the Kraken and all that stuff. So this is Leagues Below. This is like the sailors have now, their life's ended, but it's just begun underwater, and what's to come. So, yep.
Here we are, Leagues Below by 42.
breaks, I can feel as I stand alone. As I take it in, all I feel is them, as well as I stand alone. As I leave behind what is this is mine, that's the reason I stand alone. Breaking my back is the weight, is the sign that I'm taking too much and I'm overboard. As we break below the stars and wait forevermore to a depth below the sea, to a place I'll always find. And I'm reeling from the ceiling, and the life is a stand alone. And I'm blinded by the silence, and the darkness a stand alone. I can hear her, I can feel her, I can hear her, I stand alone. Feeling the weight on my chest as we come to the touch of the ship into overdrive. And we break below the stars and wait forevermore to a depth below the sea, to a place I'll always find. And I cannot feel the pain. My reactions stay the same. And I cannot feel the pain. My reaction stays the same. As I stand alone, as we break below the stars, and wait forevermore to a depth below the sea, to a place I'll always find. As we break below the stars, from a heaven from my heart to a depth below the sea, to a place I'll always find.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's about going below.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
In my head, the story's amazing. It's like I think I've gone into depth with my brother and Lucas about like what it is, but it's I don't know, it's I just think it's such a cool story. I mean, I'm just so fascinated by, like seafarers and all that, and diving in general, like the old school, like diving helmets, and, just how dangerous it is, and, all the lore that comes along with, like, the Krakens and, those things. I just think it's so cool. And
20,000 leagues.
yeah, you know what I mean? And I even say that at the end there, I said to 1,000 leagues or more below the sea, and I don't know, I just think it's really cool, and I don't know, I love the sea, so spent a lot of time diving the last few years, and I haven't gotten to do it here, but I love it, so yeah.
Okay. And again, the great playing brings it all together.
Oh, thank you, and thank you to Mac. I appreciate you. Was that Fleshy and is that how you said?
Fly Shane. Fly Shane.
Mac.
My shame. The Mac.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and you guys just, again, from the production ear, you guys are so in sync for the recording that it's really impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, we love what we're doing. So, and the key is, for me, some people play in bands, and they, studio musicians, they can hop in, and like Lucas actually is he plays with many different people around here. Like tonight he's playing with one of his bands, Spare Parts, I believe, is tonight. But then he has many people that ask him to play, and but our band itself is just so tight. I mean, we are both in and out of the playing. I mean, we're just all really close, and we do stuff together, and you know, I mean, it's not just getting together, hey, let's play music, and that's it. You know, we are a brotherhood, you know. So
That's a good thing to have.
yeah,
you can tell when you hear the music.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a huge difference compared to the guy who plugs in once a week.
Right.
Yeah.
And just, hey, I'm playing a song, you know, to play a
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I mean, there is meaning behind all these, you know. And actually, it's funny because, like, at practice a few weeks ago, you know, I thought I was driving them nuts talking about the lyrics. And I was like, well, you guys don't like, my brother's like, what are you talking about? He's like, are you kidding me? He's like, I was bummed out yesterday and I listened to, you know, so-and-so. So it, you know, it means a lot, you know.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, I'm glad because most, like Reggie was saying, most bands, you know, hey, I need a replacement. You know, I need a replacement here.
Yep.
And then, you know, it's not, it's more, y'all's, the way y'all play is more, I guess, how would I say that? More from the heart, kind of, or more from, you know, y'all all have it together, so to speak. And, you know, not like one guy's just here to play and leave, you know, kind of thing.
Right.
And it's definitely, you could tell the difference. So,
Well, we've toyed with the idea of adding a second guitar player because it would be a little easier to, for me at least, to be able to, because I move around a lot on stage. So if you see on our social media, I mean, I move around a lot. Like, I'm jumping constantly, and so is Lucas. I mean, we're just nonstop in action. So, and Andrew is beating the living hell out of the drums. So, but I think we have been talking about it, but you know, you add somebody else to that mix, that chemistry that you feel is perfect can come unglued really quick. So
Yeah.
that's why we, you know, it would have to be the, you know, the dead on exact right person to fill that spot. So we'll see. I mean, as a 3-piece, I think we put out a great sound, a really thick sound, and we'll continue to get better.
from the sound of your music, I would say never feel afraid to put out any content. You know, just just keep doing what you're doing, brother, because
We appreciate
put
it,
the
man.
content out.
We appreciate it. Love it.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear the new tracks.
Yeah, I know. I'm like sitting over here, like I've already heard it. I've already heard it, and I was like, "Damn, I've been
you
trying
cheated without me.
And truthfully, this is there is very few people that have even heard this. Our label has heard it. A couple other people close with us have heard it, and then that's about it. I mean, we have not put it out anywhere. There's been snippets now because, you know, we've been getting the CD ready, but yeah, this is the first time anybody will hear, and this will be the only time they hear it until the
June
14th or 13th. Yeah, June 13th.
All right, guys. Now, here it is. Here's one of the songs, one of the tracks from the new album. All right.
Let's go. Unreleased shit.
Oh, Lucas just said, hey. He just texted me from his show. So, hey, Lucas.
What's up, Lucas? Let me pause that right quick because that was loud. I don't know about the rest of you.
Sorry.
So I'm unfamiliar with this software, Josh. Is there like a volume on this?
That I don't know.
On Lander? I don't think, not for playback.
All right, guys. So you just may have to adjust your volume a little bit.
It didn't.
But
It
we're gonna
wasn't
play
too
it.
loud. Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't too
It
loud
wasn't?
in here.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
and we're deaf
Just making
from
sure.
years.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Dude, it sounds like you should be on American Pie.
Yeah, I like it.
Thought about the signs and the trending things we dread. Thought about the rainbows inside of my head. Thought about some change and some days of my regret. Thought about the weight of head. Thought about the rain cloud inside of my head. Thought about the raindrops and all the things they meant. Thought about the weight of the world. Damn, it's not too stare down at the waves as they crash in my head. Thought about the vacancies and the red jack inside of my head. Thought about the hits again, they crash inside my head. Thought about the hits again, I hit the start tonight.
Hell yeah.
Go. Chasing
Hell
dreams.
go.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's awesome. Woo! There it is.
That one, you can definitely feel the bass in that one. And again, another one with, you can tell you guys have played together before because it's just so synced together.
Yeah, we love it. I love that one. My son actually named it, and up until we actually put it on the disc, all of us kept screwing up the names.
Yeah.
It'd be like Dream Chaser, Running After Dreams, and so, but yeah, it's
That's my brother, by the way, there, Josh.
oh, what's up, Ryan? So we got brothers. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. You're damn awesome, Ryan.
And then Fly is another brother from another mother.
Hey, Fly.
We also go way back.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think Fly has been around since pre-K.
Holy cannolis.
Yeah. But yeah, man, love the new track, and I wish
Appreciate it.
Reggie would have got on there early and heard it. I didn't want to cheat on him, but
But you know what? I don't answer the phone, so it's my fault.
yeah. See, I tried calling him. I
I
tried
don't
calling.
answer the phone. I gotta keep them on Do Not Disturb, man, because like an employee might call me or something, and I don't want to talk to them. I'm out of office right now. Leave me alone.
Yep. That's right.
Can't help you.
But he does get back with you pretty quick on Messenger, as long as he can
Yeah.
see who it is.
Gotta see. I'm like, oh, who that?
Yeah, man.
Who there?
I'm definitely ready to hear the rest of your album, dude. Ready.
I can't wait till it comes out. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. And I think I'm also going to spread that to the rest of the veteran side, the veteran
Please.
club.
Yep.
Uh,
Please.
We'll get them out there getting some albums from y'all, man, because
Yep.
It's
always awesome to get the support of the veterans,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I'm proud to be one,
Hell yeah.
I was actually really proud to get my license plates yesterday, finally, in the state of North Carolina from Hawaii, where I retired from, and I have my little veteran status stuff on there. I was very proud of that. So, my wife got hers on hers, and so we were pretty stoked about it,
Hell yeah. Let's see. So, what do you think that the punk rock offers that other genres don't?
A sense of community. I think with punk rock, at least from me, you could play whatever. You could play whatever kind of music, in that scene, whether you have been playing 1 month or 10 years, if you're playing at a punk rock show, nobody cares. You know what I mean? They're just happy to support each other versus, I don't know, when I grew up playing punk rock, a lot of the bands, the heavy metal and like glam bands in Tampa, they didn't want to deal with us. They were like, oh, you don't bring in people to bars. But it wasn't about that for us. It was about everybody just having a party. I mean, we used to have a rehearsal space back in Florida, and I think we'd have 30 people show up to practice, and it was like a show every time we practiced. But that's what it was about. It was about, that sense of community. And I think the only music scene is the punk and ska scene that has that kind of community. In my opinion, punk, hardcore, and ska. So I love it.
Nothing like a good old garage show.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, it's awesome, and it just, I remember touring back in the day, and, staying on people's couches, people's floors. And I mean, right after you play a show in their living room, I mean, it's awesome, so, sometimes it gets a little crazy, but,
Well, sorry we broke the couch, but
yeah, stuff like that happens. But that sense of community is just awesome, and I think I got that same sense of community in the military too, in the Army. You just, especially being overseas, and that it's like you're kind of bond with each other. You're all there together. So,
that was some of the best times, man.
Oh, some of the greatest times. But those feelings I have about those times, so those same feelings that you have for the times you've had in the military, I have those as well. But I also, with the band, those are it's in that same sense of feeling. Oh man, I remember when we did that in so and so, just like you would, where you're like, hey, when we were in Heidelberg, or when we're in wherever we're doing this, it's just that same, because you were together doing it. So it's pretty awesome.
And you also know that the brothers that you have now, they're there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. So well, my older brother, I keep saying my older brother, Andrew, our drummer, I mean, he does so much for vets. Actually, if you remember back a few years back when they had the government shut down, and they shut down all the parks and all that, my brother had raised a bunch of money to bring him and a group or whatever he was doing. They raised a bunch of money to bring a bunch of Vietnam veterans to the memorial. And so I think they raised like 15 grand to get all these vets bussed up, hotels, everything. And then I think the day of, they did that government shutdown, and they were like, you can't go in the memorials. And they said, screw that. We're going over, and everybody, went over the fence, and they all went to it. But so my brother didn't serve, but my grandfather did, my uncle Bernie did, and so our family, my brother, my parents, but my brother's huge about supporting veterans, and that's what he does within his work now too. He does a lot with veterans, so it's pretty cool to have that support. And even Lucas, is he talks to me about the Army and stuff like that. I mean, he didn't serve, but he always talks about how he wished he'd served. And I'm like, dude, you support veterans. And I think, for those that say stuff like he did, like, oh, I wish I'd have served. Well, that's okay, you didn't. But, do your part by supporting the veterans that, are in trouble, that need some help, or, that are looking for jobs, or, just have that extra kind of patience to say, hey, I don't know what you've been through, but I'm going to support the heck out of you because you are fighting for my rights to do whatever,
For sure.
And I got that support behind me in my band, 100, fold. I mean, they are so supportive of they were so happy I was doing this with you guys tonight, just because of it being a veteran run podcast. So, and I'm beyond thrilled. I mean, not only because I know you, but just to be on a vet run podcast just means the world to me.
Hell yeah,
And you
brother.
know that's true, Yeagley. You know me going all the way back, you know. I mean what I say, you know.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed you coming on the podcast, and I know you guys are busy. You know, y'all have a show almost every weekend, probably. You know what I'm saying? So, working in some time for us was
Dude,
amazing.
Come on, of course.
You know?
No, anything. We'd do anything for you, man. Anything. You guys are awesome.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you and Reggie so much.
Hell
yeah.
So, you know, we're not getting any younger. No. So, what is one of the hardest things about staying punk as you get older?
Still there?
Like staying in that rhythm, staying in that particular genre. What would you say?
So I lost you. You guys froze up there. What was that?
Oh,
sorry about that.
What is one of the hardest things, you know, about staying punk as you get older? Like, you know, because we're not getting any younger.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole, you know, I mean, we're a punk band because really, you know, that's what I know. That's what I've played my entire life, playing music. But you know, I'm not trying to screw the establishment or all that. You know, which you know, back in coming up into the punk rock scene, especially when it wasn't so mainstream, you know, that was the thing. It was like F Authority and screw this, and you know, but those days, I mean, I have a great deal of respect for Authority. You know, I do. I mean, I do not get into political stuff at all. Like, none of us do. Like, I don't think there should be a place for, I mean, I'm playing music. That's what I need to stick to. You know, just like actors, they just need to stick to acting, you know. But, you know, I think just sticking to my roots of enjoying what I write and Lucas and Andrew enjoying what we're writing as a band, and you know, sticking to what's true. And I think that's one big thing in punk rock, like I said, community and staying true to yourself. And you know, that's who I believe I am. And you know, I don't know, I mean, there's, you know, we all do grow up, and you know, I'm not spray painting stuff. I don't have any hair to dye anymore, you know. So, you know, there's some in there, but
we're all on the same track here.
Yeah, I mean, I got some, but you know, I would love to do those things, you know. And it is, you know, being in a band, there's a lot of younger bands. We just got asked to play with a bunch of young bands, which we're like, oh, cool, you know. So we are relevant, but you know, I think we can learn a lot from the youth, and I think they can learn a lot from us, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. I find that the younger generation are more keen to technology. So
absolutely.
They're all about, like, they know the YouTube algorithm. They know you know, what to put it on, what to play it on, you know, stuff like that. And a lot of us older guys were like, what was that? You know, and then we're trying to figure it out. So,
well, and interestingly, you know, when I booked the first tour I went on, I think back in 1995 with one of my bands, that we played like CBGBs in New York City, so some big punk rock places. And it's funny because back then, you know, I was booking our tour out of a book. It was called Book Your Own Effing Life. And it had, you know, cities and states, and you could find shows and all kinds of crazy stuff. But, you know, to call and book the tour, I was calling people up, you know, trying to get a hold of people. Every call was long distance, you know, because, you know, so I remember that first bill being like $1,200, and I was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to pay this thing, but oh well, we're going on tour, you know. So we did like a 30-day tour, and it was all booked by us, and we were touring by map, like actual like road map, which I don't even know if I could do today without a GPS. I mean, so the technology's crazy, and you talk about all the different social media sites. I mean, me and Lucas spend hours trying to figure out how to post this onto there, and I know he actually really appreciated some of the stuff you told him. He's like, oh man, Robert's awesome. He showed me all kinds of stuff. So
well, yeah, we did touch base about, like say expanding y'all's coverage. So
Yeah.
I gave him some hints and tips about
appreciate it.
where to go and what to do it on. I'm learning too, so you never stop learning. So
You're 100% right.
And next week, all this shit will be different. We'll have to relearn it again.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I mean, you just continually, because there's it's coming so rapidly. I mean, even when we were in Germany, I mean, now if you are stationed in Germany, now if you were deployed downrange, you could easily, pick this thing up and do whatever you needed to do. Back then it was like, hey, you had to, you had some crappy, I think we still had the flip phones back then. And those things, when, you call the States, you're paying a pretty penny,
Trying to translate to see how many minutes you have left.
Oh yeah, the top up card and all that crap. Oh my God, it was horrible. And then everything was in German. I'm like, I can't understand.
The first words that you learn in Germany, ein bitte.
Yeah, exactly. It goes over quite well.
For those of you that don't know, that's ein bitte is one beer, please.
Goes over quite well.
Number one.
Yep.
Oh man.
If you know that, you're good. You don't need anything else.
Our Essen. Eat.
Oh yeah, yeah. What was the other? What was that stupid sign on the Osmart? Wasn't that the?
Oh my God! It sounded like a fart, but it was awesome fart.
Yeah.
Awesome fart.
Yeah, I was like, what does that word mean? Why is it all over the highway?
Wouldn't it like
I'm
Autobahn
about
or
to
something?
fart.
Or was it?
What's that? It was.
That was the name of it, huh?
Yeah, it was the exit for the Autobahn. So you would Osfart.
Exit.
And Einfart, would be enter.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Like, I'm tired of farting, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of farting on the Autobahn.
So Reggie, the link that you put up there, what is that?
That was the promo from River Monsters YouTube for 42's new album.
Gotcha. All right,
Nice.
guys.
I want to see
So,
that.
so go check it out.
See
I
if
don't
I
even
can
know if
pull
I
it
saw
up
that
here.
one. Yeah, I don't even know if I saw that. I might have made it, but
Let's go. We can.
I don't know, because I make all of our stuff, and then Lucas is kind of like our social media dude, and then kind of
okay.
Andrew kind of guides us. He'll be like, "Why didn't you guys post today?" We're like, "Okay." Oh, that's
So I
that
found
was in the
this one.
studio. That was actually tracking.
I'm not even going to show you it. Look, I put that link in. I put that link in YouTube. I'm not even going to show you guys what that link brought up.
Is it bad?
Okay, I'll show you. Hold on. This is. Look at the first.
What?
What the hell?
That was the first link. I put that link in YouTube, and that's what it brought up.
TikTok
That's
Big
crazy.
Bank Challenge. No, we definitely won't find us there.
Oh my God! I was like, good thing Reggie got it.
Well, that was actually, we were doing tracks for Beeblebrox in that last video that came up.
Okay.
Gotcha. Reggie's on the search for something else. I see it.
I don't know where that video came from.
Oh, you trying to find that video?
Yeah, actually, if I don't know on our, I know on our, let me see something real quick. Let me look. Actually, YouTube. because I don't know. If,
You got one.
well, thanks so much, Mac. Oops.
Oh, right. Back to the old German phones. Lose 10 minutes on phone time, even if they don't pick up.
That was the worst, man. Oh yeah, there's the ad. Yeah, that was terrible.
It looked like from the record label.
Yep.
Friday the 13th.
Yep. Yes, sir. No other way.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah, I see the tape and the label. That's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I do our videos, and then like again, me and Lucas will discuss where and where they're gonna go, and then we every video I do, I'll run it to Andrew and Lucas, and then they'll say fix this or add this, and then we kind of do idiot check before it goes out, because I have put out stuff before that had like wrong dates. I'm like, oh my gosh, so we all kind of triple check it before. And yeah, because when I'm making the videos, there's like so many different like layers on it, so it gets a little confusing after a while. So they triple check.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. Also, all the promotional stuff looks good as well. So
thank you. I have fun doing it.
Awesome.
And like we all have little jobs. Like that's what I do. Lucas is like our social media, and Andrew's like our diplomat, like around here, and
Goes out and
he does. Yeah, we have some really cool shows on the horizon because of him, and he usually, when we get to places, Andrew just, I don't know, he just has a really good way with people, and it works.
Make him be the politician.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
He does a great job.
That's good. Gotta have somebody around for that, just to play nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then I'm the little midget in the band, or little person.
There you go.
I am. They're both like, it just looks ridiculous. My microphone. If Lucas ever had to sing on my microphone, it's like, it's down so low compared to him and Andrew. I think Andrew's taller than me sitting on his drum stool. So
they're like, whose son is this?
Yeah.
I'm the lead singer, man.
Yeah, no, man.
Yeah, I'm a short one.
I'm in the band, bro. Get the fuck
Let me
out
in.
of here.
I can ride this ride. I'm tall enough.
I'm 21 and shit.
Get carded every time you try to get a beer.
Yeah, pretty much. That's if they can see me over the bar. No.
So, for your fans, what's one? How would you want them to feel after listening to your music? Like, what is expected of them to feel? Would you say?
I just hope it brings them some kind of like connection and just a overall good feeling. I don't I don't curse in our music. I don't do anything like that. I try to make it about. Oh, my brother just said hi.
What's up, man?
Andrew said hi.
Oh yeah, the funky drummer.
Oh, there he is. And yeah, I just I want people to enjoy themselves, when they hear it and say, oh, you know what, I can relate to that. I felt like that one day, or maybe it's not so bad feeling like this, or oh, I've thought about maybe the Atlantic story. I don't know about people doing that, but even there, if somebody actually reads the lyrics and sees that, they can go, oh, you know what, it's kind of a cool story, So just having that good feeling when they leave.
Heck yeah. What would you want to be remembered for?
For with 42, I'd say,
yes.
just being honestly being a good band and a band people had fun seeing and actually people looking at us and going, hey, those are 3 people on stage. Those are good people. Like if anything, I mean, the music's incredible, but if you're a crappy person, then everything else sucks. So I think the 2 people I play with are incredible people, and not just music wise, but like I think my brother is such a amazing human being with a massive heart. I think Lucas is such a in-depth looking at things person and such a huge heart as well. And I love helping people too. I mean, I'm still in the medical field now, and you know, I think that's what I'd want to be all of us remembered for. Hey, I like playing with those guys. Those were really good guys.
Hell yeah. That's a good way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dope.
Well, we definitely enjoyed you on the show. We do have one more song that is going to be from the new album being released June 13th. Woo. That's the album. Y'all are the first to see that. Y'all are the first to see that, audience.
B-Bowl Brox. B-Bowl Brox.
Yeah.
B-Bowl Brox.
And you can also, you can go here. Oh, let me see. Y'all can go to rivermonsterrecords.com and reserve you a copy or purchase you a copy on June 13th. This is a veteran with his family. So.
And we appreciate you guys, and we thank you, Larry from River Monster Records, Andrew and Lucas, wherever you guys are at, if you guys are listening. I love playing with you guys. You guys are awesome. And to the whole, everybody who listened tonight, thank you so much. And again, so thankful for you guys and grateful for you guys having us on.
Yeah, man. We definitely enjoy it, man. It's awesome experience, and just being able for you to share the music is amazing, you know. And a lot of the, you know, what's crazy is a lot of the audience, there's a lot of them that are veterans.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So at that, we're going to go ahead and play. And now, how do you pronounce that? Hiki?
Yeah, so real quick on Hiki. Originally it was called Hawaii because this is the first song we ever wrote. I sent this to my brother December of 22 or 23 or something. And I said, hey, this is going to be one of our songs. It sounded like complete dog poop, but... and you know, it's evolved. And then when Lucas joined, we really just kicked it in high gear, and it was called Hawaii. Andrew kept calling it California, and then I changed it to Hika, which was Hawaii and California, and then it just turned into Hiki. I have no clue what the heck that means, but it reminds me of Hawaii, and it was the first song we ever wrote. So.
Hell yeah. Right, here we go, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Y'all can hear that? That guitar, man. Drumming. Now this was with Lucas as well?
Oh yeah, this whole album's with Lucas, yeah. You can tell with Lucas with the bass.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Oh yeah. This song has a lot of great bass lines.
I look down, now my heart is bleeding. A soul burn, a memory in time. Hoping, but the candle burn out. I'm joking, but you couldn't care about. I look down, these memories are mine. And she said, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah! Yeah, and I feel fine. Yeah, and I feel fine. Yeah, and I feel fine. Fine.
That shit is sick.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That I mean the change up, the breakdown right before the end, that was awesome too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we love that song. It was a popular one amongst wives. All of our wives were like, that was their favorite one on the album.
Okay.
And actually,
that's-
Larry from River Monster actually said that the other day. He said, dude, I like the song. I've been playing it over and over. So
He just
it
he just
gave me the nostalgic feeling.
yeah,
he just
yeah.
subscribed to the channel. So
Oh, nice.
thank you,
Good.
Larry.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. Awesome guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man,
I
it's
don't,
that music. You got some good music, dude.
Thank you, bro.
So
Appreciate it.
fuck yeah.
I'm ready for the album though. I'm ready to hear the whole thing, man.
Well, we'll get you. Well, I'll get you guys both. We'll hit me with your addresses. I'll make sure you guys have we'll sign them.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. All three of you, dude.
We will.
Yeah, we need an
That'd be
autograph
awesome.
copy.
That'd be
Yeah.
amazing. But man, if we're right at past over 2 hours, we've done a great show, I think. And,
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hell yeah.
We do want y'all to come back later. You know?
Absolutely. I'd love to have the
So-
whole band here with us. So that would be
Oh man,
incredible.
see, yes,
Yeah.
that'll be awesome, man. With all three of you.
Yeah, we'll make sure it all just collided at this time that I was the only one, but I know they want to be. And thank you, Mike Perry. Appreciate that.
That's a veteran right there. He's
thanks for your
actually
service, brother.
he stays on Fort Polk, which is now Fort Johnson.
Oh, really? Wait, I thought they changed the names back. Did they?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, or did they just change?
I mean, Fort Johnson. Fort Johnson matches Fort Polk, though. You know what I'm saying? You go into Fort Polk, you're getting a Johnson.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a well thought out name.
I didn't even.
You're going to get poked.
Oh man. Well, Bragg is back to Bragg now. So
Is it?
yeah, I mean, I didn't stop calling it Bragg, but
Oh,
you know.
I mean, I wonder about Fort Benning.
I think all of them went back. I don't know. The only, I mean, you know, I'm like an hour and a half from Bragg, so you know, we go there to go to the PX and stuff. So I was happy to see it back to Bragg. So thank you, Mac. Appreciate you. But
Yeah, man. Yeah, we had a great night, man. A great show, and dude, we definitely have to get the rest of the band on the show. You
For
know,
sure.
get y'all a little later down the road when after the album comes out, because we're gonna hear a lot of stuff coming out. You know, a lot of your fans. You know, it's gonna be real interesting. So
I appreciate the support, bro. I really
Oh,
do from
dude,
both you guys.
anytime.
So,
anytime, and if
Yeah,
you
you
need
definitely
anything,
have a new fan here.
oh, thanks.
yeah, if you ever need anything, you know my contact info. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you need anything, you let me know.
Thank you.
But we're gonna go ahead and close, and thank y'all for watching BSing with Y Eagle Y, and thank Josh and Reggie. And with that said, y'all have a good night.
Peace.